My name is Jackson Desjardins, and this is the psychology of self-improvement. And today we're going to talk about the psychology of weight loss and how you are able to accomplish it and some psychological tricks to make it work, because I have in the past year lost 70 plus pounds, and I want to help you be able to accomplish your weight loss goals through using these mental tricks and games that are going to get you to the ultimate goal in the end. So let's get started. Have you ever tried to lose weight and then you get weeks into it, you maybe even lose weight, and then you ultimately just end up stopping everything, and then you put some weight back on, and then you binge, and that turns into a week of binging, and then you just ultimately don't reach your goal. So you start dieting, but you don't finish and you don't get where you want to be. Has that ever happened to you? Because if so, I'm gonna lay down 6 tips, 6 really valuable tips that I learned through my 4 years of trying to get weight off and only putting weight on to now. Step number 1 is going to be develop a why. And developing your why is so important, be it to get a girl, to get back at a girl, to bring honor to your family, whatever it is. You need to find a why that's so important to you that you will do whatever it takes to make it happen, because your why is a form of reinforcement that in the end, psychologically, that's going to reinforce you enough to keep sustaining what you're doing. You've got to be able to find that why and figure out how it's going to be sustainable for the future. Step 2 is going to be find your plan of action and trust that process. I'm not going to say any specific diets that are going to work for you, because there are so many out there. I know what works for me. I know what works for some of my friends that I could never do. And to break it down into really simple aspects, you've got a calorie maintenance level, okay? If you're above that, you're going to put on weight, and if you're below it, you're going to lose weight. It literally comes down to that and being consistent with it. So finding that plan and saying, okay, you know, you can find some online calculators, put in your information, and then it will tell you based on your height and weight and age and activity level and everything. It will tell you what you need to be eating on a daily basis to maintain what you've got, and then to lose weight and to gain weight. All the guesswork is taken out. You don't need to guess, oh, like, man, I don't know if this will work. I feel like I should try this diet. I feel like I should try this diet. You don't need to go around and try all these diets. Just know that that's all it comes down to. From somebody who has done it and spent years trying every diet, and I have, know that that's all it comes down to. And once you master that, and once you say, okay, this is going to work if I stick to it, now it's just a matter of trusting that process. Step number 3 is going right off of step number 2, which is consistency. The only way this is going to happen for you is consistency. You can't do this if you do it for a week. You're gonna see a lot more progress doing it for 3 months than you will for a week, obviously. So being able to stay consistent and have those reinforcements constantly along the way are going to be super, super important, because here's the deal, guys. Diets work. All diets, for the most part, work. They do what they say they're going to do, okay? But what's going to work for you is what is consistent. What can you stay consistent with? Because all the diets, most of them really do the same thing. Like I said, all it comes down to is being in a caloric deficit. That's it. But you've got to be consistent with whatever you're doing. Find a diet that you can sustain and is a lifestyle change, and you can be able to sustain that and not hate your life while you're doing it. You don't need to do all these crazy fads, go keto, all that crazy stuff that you see online. You don't even have to go paleo. You don't have to do any of that. I can tell you, when I was losing all of my weight, I was eating chips, I was eating sandwiches, I ate what I liked, and I made it sustainable. I made it sustainable, and I carried out that process throughout the entire thing. Step number 4 is going to go right off of step number 3, which is set small goals. That is the only differentiating factor that changed my outcome of this weight loss transformation. For years, I spent all this time trying to focus on, like, oh, the end goal. And I got news for you. The end goal is not reinforcing to you. The only way to get reinforcement all the way to the end goal, to be able to consistently get wins all along the way, is to set small goals. You've got to set the goals and say, okay, 5-pound increment. You don't have to set 5-pound increments. You can do 2-pound increments, do whatever you want. But you've got to be getting constant wins all along the way. When I was 250 pounds, I wasn't focused on 180. I was focused on 245, then 240, then 235. That's what I was focused on. I was focused on that because I got constant wins all along the way. It was productive. It was positive. It was everything that I never had before because I was making progress. Progress equals happiness in so many ways. So I was reaching my goals every step of the way. I was just win after win after win. I was accomplishing them all the way down to when I made it to 180 pounds and even lower. You can't get to the top of the staircase in one jump. You've got to take the stairs up. You can skip a couple stairs, go a little bit more aggressive, you know what I'm saying? But you've got to take the stairs up. You can't jump from the bottom to the top. Step number 5 is very self-explanatory. It's make habitual changes. What we don't want is for you to lose all of this weight and change your life and have it be amazing just to go back to your old ways after the diet is over, okay? You wanna make habitual changes here to be able to say, I changed my life and I have new habits. So you can continue those new habits to accomplish new goals. You can turn this into a lifestyle. You can turn this entire accomplishment into a fabulous lifestyle for yourself because through that you develop new habits. It's not going back to your old ways. It's establishing, okay, I got here because of this, and because of this, I'm going to keep up these new habits because look at the happiness it's brought me and look at the success it's brought me. That is what we're going for here. Make habitual changes, not short term. Step number 6 and the final step is going to be aim for progress, not perfection. Okay? You don't need to be right there right now. You're gonna get there if you keep consistent and you chase progress, not perfection. If your coworkers bring in cookies, you're doing well and you planned it all out, have a damn cookie and say, okay, this is my rule. I'm going to let myself live a little bit and I'm gonna be right back on it because these are my new habits. It's not a diet. This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle change. It's a habit change. When you make that choice, then here's the new you. It's not the temporary you. You don't have to look back at pictures months from now and say, man, I remember when I was that lean. This is the new you. These are your new habits. So aim for progress, not perfection. No black and white thinking here. All right, guys, that is all I've got for this video. So if you've been hanging with me this entire time, thank you so much. In the next video, I'm gonna be talking all about my psychological tricks for dieting. That's gonna be in the next video, so definitely smash that like and subscribe button if you're liking this content. I'm gonna be putting out weekly videos with more and more of this self-improvement atmosphere. So let's keep getting better together and keep on grinding. I'll see you in the next one.